Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm meteorologist Mackenzie Lake. Let's talk about our Thursday forecast. So we're tracking two areas of low pressure. Both of these low pressure systems will be bringing in some gusty winds, the possibility for some rainfall, and some added cloud cover as well. So take a look at your day planner here. So by about 9 o'clock this morning, we're seeing more clouds building in. Temperature-wise, still sitting into the 50s. So as you do head out the door, grab an extra layer. Temperature-wise will be warmer than we saw yesterday. Most of the central coast back up into the 60s. So like I mentioned, we're tracking some pretty gusty winds. We have a low pressure system sitting off to the east, and that's actually going to produce some very strong winds later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's a look at future track wind gusts. 27 miles per hour sustained by about 4:30 p.m. and then take a look at how these winds really strengthen into the overnight hours. So 8:30 p.m. here, 40 miles per hour there in Gaviota, even a little bit on the blustery side near Goleta as well. Santa Barbara sitting at about 12 miles per hour by about 1 o'clock in the morning. So some of the strongest winds occurring overnight, and if you are headed out the door, and especially in a high-profile vehicle, make sure you are driving nice and safely. Here's a look at that wind advisory issued by the National Weather Service going into effect by 6 p.m. this afternoon all the way until 6 a.m. Friday. The portions of Santa Ynez Mountains and of course the Gaviota Coast could be seeing those gusts upwards of 45 miles per hour. So like I mentioned, we're also tracking the possibility of some rainfall. Rainfall looking to be on the lighter side, amounts very, very light here. We're tracking again some showers mainly up in higher terrain areas. It's likely that Santa Barbara won't be seeing much or any as far as rainfall amounts here. Taking a look at about 5 p.m. here, clearing skies. Take a look here, Santa Maria, Lompoc, definitely some cloud cover building in there. So some very disorganized cloud cover for the remainder of the day. Heading into our Friday morning, still some activity mainly off the coastal areas, not picking up on too much precipitation here. And again, we'll be seeing some beautiful drying conditions by Friday afternoon. High pressure will start to build in, and of course, just in time for our weekend, sunnier skies, drying conditions, and warmer temperatures. So here's a look now at our forecast for the day. So temperatures back up into the upper 60s here in Santa Barbara, and Goleta sitting at 67 degrees there. Overnight lows cooling back down into the 40s and 50s. So as far as winds, we're going to be again the gustiest near the Gaviota Coast, but the entire central coast will see those winds pick up by the second half of the day, so around 2, maybe 3 p.m. here. Up near San Luis Obispo County, temperature-wise, very mild conditions, a few degrees of warming from what we saw yesterday. Pismo Beach sitting at 60 degrees, and then Ventura County back up into the 60s as well. Overnight lows cooling back down into the 40s and 50s. Have a good Thursday.